Hello everyone, myself Swati Gupta, Assistant Professor at Rama University, Department of Journalism and Mass Communication. Today we will discuss about Introduction to Mass Communication. So, we will start with what is communication. Communication, the term communication is derived from Latin word which means communis or communicare. Communis means to make common of thoughts, facts, ideas, views and emotions. How to make common? When we communicate with someone, we share our ideas, views and thoughts. In a way, the other person will understand it. This creates a sense of commonness between us. This is communis, to make common. We can say that communication is exchange of views, ideas, thoughts and emotions between one and someone another. Communication can be defined as sum of all the things. All the things means all the efforts that we make to communicate from one person that is sender. When he wants to create understanding, a communication will be successful and effective when it's create understanding between the sender and the receiver. If I want to communicate and I am speaking in a language that is not understood by the another person, then it doesn't create understanding. There should be commonness of language. In the mind of another it involves a systematic and continuous process. A systematic and continuous process of telling and listening. For example, here I am speaking something and telling something to my audience. So it is a process of telling and my audience is listening it, and it arose an understanding to my audience. So this whole process is called communication, in which I am doing all these activities, that is speaking, writing or telling something to my audience to create understanding of what I want to convey. So communication can be defined as transmission of. Transmission means exchange of. It transmits from one person to another. Ideas, thoughts and emotions. What we are transmitting when we are communicating, we transmit our ideas, thoughts, emotions or any information from one person to another. There must be one person who is sender. Here I am the sender, as I am transmitting this information to my audience, and my audience is receiver through any medium. It can be written, verbal, any medium. To create a sense of understanding, the most important thing is to create this sense of understanding. We transmit our ideas, thoughts and emotions and information, and if it doesn't create any understanding, our communication is incomplete, which lead to miscommunication. There should be a sense of creating understanding. If I want to convey my message to my audience and my audience receive it the same way I want to communicate, then it will be an effective communication, otherwise it will lead to misunderstanding. So now we move to characteristics of communication. What are the characteristics of communication? In which the communication depends, its effectiveness is also depends upon its characteristics. Two-way process. Communication is a two-way process. Two-way process means there must be at least two persons. One is receiver and another one is sender. Sender is the person who sends the information and ideas, and receiver who gain it. Here I am the sender. I am the person who want to convey my information to my audience, and my receiver is my audience. There are some exceptions like intrapersonal communication. In intrapersonal communication, there is only one person required for communication. In intrapersonal communication, there is only requirement of one person who communicate with themselves. Rest, there is need of minimum two person for a two-way process communication, so that the receiver will get feedback to the sender about the understanding of the message. Second is knowledge of language. Knowledge of base language. There must be, the message must be understandable by the another person whom I want to convey it. If I am a sender and I am speaking in a language which is not familiar to my receiver. For example, I am teaching this lecture on Spanish and my audience is not familiar with that language. If my message will get to them, they will not understand what I want to convey. So there should be a basic knowledge of language, the base language in which we want to convey our message. Exchange of ideas. Communication is the exchange of ideas between sender and receiver. If I have some message in my mind and I want to convey it to my audience and the audience receive it the way I want to convey, the whole process is exchange of ideas. I exchange my ideas from myself to my audience to get a effective communication. Continuous process. Communication is a continuous process. Continuous process means it is a endless process. It continues till lifelong. The communication starts since birth and continues till the life exists. Communication can be freezed. It can freeze for a moment, but it cannot stop. Communication continues till lifelong. Use of words as well as symbols. When we communicate, we use words. There is communication oral and written in both types. When we communicate orally, we communicate in words, but in written we communicate with symbols. We use gesture, posture, symbols, signs for communication. Communication consists of both words and symbols to make it effective. Direct and indirect communication. Direct communication is when we are communicating with someone and the other person is present in front of us. That is face-to-face communication. When I am communicating with a person who is presenting in front of us, that is direct communication. But when we are communicating with any person through any medium, then it is indirect communication. If there is a requirement of any medium, it will be indirect communication. Indirect means the person is not present in front of us. There is requirement of any medium to convey our message to that person. But in direct communication, the person is present in front of us and we are having a face-to-face communication and we are getting direct feedback from that person. But in indirect communication, we didn't get direct feedback because we are communicating through a medium. So these are the characteristics of communication. Let's move to the process of communication. So we will discuss process of communication. In communication, the most important person is sender. Sender is the person who want to convey the message to their audience. For example, here I act as a sender. I have some message in my mind, but how my audience will come to know? For this, we will do encoding. Encoding means I am transferring my message in a way that my audience will get it. Either it can be in words, in written or in symbols, so that my audience will get my message what I want to convey. So there is a sender. Sender is a person who want to convey the message to their audience. After that, there is a message. A message can be any information, views, idea, thought or any opinion that can be encoded. Encoded means the message is transferred in symbol, words or in written form through any medium. If I am communicating this whole information to my audience, here I am writing this, and so this written matter is my encoded message which is sent through a medium, that is through this video, and on the another end there will be a receiver. Receiver is the person who will get my information, who will decode it. Decode it will, how he will decode? I have written this all information and he will read it and understand it. That is decoding. After that, the receiver will give feedback to the sender. Feedback is important in communication so that the sender will come to know if the way in which he want to convey the information is getting to the receiver or not. The feedback provide us the result of our communication, if the message is delivered the same way as we want to deliver to our audience. This whole process is the process of communication, in which sender sends a message, encoded it and send it through a medium. On the another end, receiver receives it and decode it and give a feedback to their sender. This is a continuous process. Continuous process means I am sending my message, I am giving this information to my audience, and if my audience will get it. For example, in lecture, in a class, I am teaching this, I am telling this to my students. So I am sending message to my student and my student will give me feedback, whether they will, if they will understand, they will respond it to it, otherwise they will give the feedback if they have any doubt. This whole process is communication. Thank you everyone.